know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good day, whether it is early in the morning or very late in the afternoon. Let me know if the music is a little too loud. I can't tell on your side of things how everything is because it sounds low to me right now. So, we are going to be playing. Unfortunately, that's the only bad thing about lo-fi is they like to have some talking in there for some reason. Whatever. So we are going to be playing Minecraft. There is no set time to finish because I'm building a city right now. So it's just whenever I guess I get tired or my eyes start straining. So let's get into it. I have gotten pretty far already. Some of you might have seen it already. Or maybe you haven't seen it yet at all. But I do have to warn people on Facebook that I am having some issues with my my Restream chat. For some reason, it does not like to give me updates on the comments in Facebook, so I won't be able to see your comments and respond to them. But I am getting other places like Facebook or my YouTube, or there is a Discord channel if you want to go there. Just let me know, and then I will try and get you guys a link to Discord because that is also connected to my Restream. So I've been working on this section so far, just kind of thinking up of ideas of different types of houses I want to build. I am on peaceful creative mode, so there are no mobs, there are no Endermen. I just didn't feel like dealing with them, especially the Endermen who like to run around and steal your blocks. I don't have time for that. So yeah. Huh. Oh, that's right, that's right. I was not working on that. Obviously I was, but I have a bit of ADHD, so I'm kind of running around doing whatever I want. The best thing about making a city as big as this is that you can do whatever you want. Like, if you get bored doing one thing, you can go and do something else, and you're still building onto the city without getting bored. So I've been kind of adding in so this is the port, where they would whatever get their supplies from overseas and their fish and others, ocean supplies, like seaweed and stuff like that. But that would be their this is the supply line to go from here to the markets, and that would be the storage areas, like the sheds, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. Storage area fits good enough. But this is what I was doing. I'm not sure how I want to do it. Oh. Denied. So it cannot go on top of it. Oh, it can go on top of it. Ha. But I don't want it to look like, too boring or overcrowded. There isn't that many items when it comes to let's see. But as you can see, yeah, I don't have too many things that simulate like packaged stuff like you would get in crates or other sort of stuff when you go through shipping. I've just kind of been using the barrel. But you know, it gets a little dull after a while. So I'll figure something out with that later. The smaller details come later in the game. I have to finish building first. So I'm gonna go back to building houses and try to come up with some I needed that. Some better alternative building plots. Where's my button? So I am using a texture pack as well. So you'll see me using stuff that'll, you know, it looks different than the normal, the vanilla version of the game. So, but if you want to give suggestions or like say, hey, look at this building, you know, maybe you should try that, try building it. Just be aware that I am trying to stay in into one type of building, which is oops, I got the wrong one. But I'm trying to stay in like desert type buildings because while it is a rather small desert, it is still a desert, and I want to try and, you know, get that feel of it. That's better. I think that's all. And I'm also trying to give it a less clean feel. It used to be all sandstone blocks, smooth sandstone blocks, but it just looked too tidy for a desert town, city, because you know, there's tons of sand out there. There's no way a city would be that clean, especially with this size. So I started like putting up piles of sand everywhere, and I got a little farm going. Let's see. So this is the area I'm going to be putting it in next. I could probably fit 2 buildings in there. Maybe. I could put... I did see one building that I liked, and it was pretty cool. So it was basically 3 homes. There was a home right here, and it was in like a corner angle. So it was like that. So there was a home right here, and then a home in the corner, which would need a way to get in, so it would have to go in through the back, I guess. But the one in the corner there would be actually 2-story, So I usually do my houses either 4x4 inside. 4x4. Yeah, it's not the biggest, but this isn't the grander part of the city. This is kind of like the working force. You know, they work in the ports, they work in the fields, they work in the forest getting wood. That area is going to be for the bigger houses. And that little area would be for people who, you know, work at the temple or whatever. And then that area all the way over there, I accidentally, you know, planted a door to my city right in front of a whole bunch of mines. So, I guess the miners would have to walk over there or something. But, let's see. So, I think I want to give him enough space so it doesn't feel cramped. So, about 3 blocks in on either side, I think. Should be good enough. And they're probably always it's probably always gonna feel cramped because this part of the city is cramped. That's the whole point. I never said I was a fair ruler. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have to go back one. As we're not going to have enough room for the house in the front. Oops. One, two, three, 4. Okay, so should be like that. And then so the door would be right here. Oops. I think that's too far out. Yep. And I usually make everything inside about at least 2 blocks. I don't like Enderman at all. So I try to keep it 2 blocks so that he can't fit into any of the homes. So that wasn't a pleasant experience, you know, trying to build and then all of a sudden there's an Enderman in my face. I'm just like, no. No. And then I ran out of my building. So that was before I learned how to make everything nice and peaceful and calm. So these walls are actually going to be brick because, Listen, poor people don't have the money to plaster the inside of their houses. Okay, there we go. I just don't know where I want to put this door. Maybe right here? And then instead of like stairs, I'm gonna have a ladder. I also don't have the best of aim. So let's see. Oh, my spine. Oh. So I want to do something real quick, so hold on real quick. Just want to... give everyone this real quick. So, for anybody who is interested, here is our Discord. And of course, it didn't go into Facebook. Let's see. There we go. So for anybody who is interested in joining my Discord, there is a link in all of the chats, should be. That way you guys can go ahead and join us in the chat, especially Facebook, because, you know, the Facebook chat isn't working for some reason. So that is one way you can join in the conversation and start talking, because I will get Discord. Facebook, no idea. Discord, sure. Okay. So, let's see. Making all of the roofs over here hay. I need a torch. It's kind of dark over here. I have a hard time when it comes to video games for some reason when it's really dark out. Not sure why.
If he's not treated right, he's even programmed to die.
Well, that's mean. That's better. So there is going to be wood planks for the floor. Let's see. Oops. Gotta leave room for the I was going to try and do something like and then I go ahead and go back and make the smaller details, like remove some of these and put that instead. But I have to usually see the finished product before I can decide where I want to put them. So it's going to be a door out here. I'm going to have to put an actual brick roof on that one, I guess.
At home, away from the group, there are other aspects of adolescent behavior that are annoying to parents. Mother may have other opinions of what looks best, but of course, Mother has old-fashioned ideas.
There we go. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And you know, when I started making these, I had assumed that these would leak water, you know, like some stone does, but hey, it's pretty compact apparently in this game. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. So there's that. Not sure what they will do with this room, but it's there. Yes, it's she. Okay. Oops. There we go. And they need a window. At least one. Oh. Well, now they have two. Whatever. That looks good. Needs a door, but looks good. And we also need a ladder. Doors and ladders. I'm done with that for now. Ah. Okay. Door. Oops. I was not done with that fence. Okay, and now comes the fun part. Just kind of decorating it. Do I have a slab? So this is just kind of what I've been doing for the past week, I want to say. Don't have much of a life right now outside of work, but that's okay, you know. We're supposed to be doing that anyway. Stay inside, be safe. Oops. I don't remember putting those. That's kind of funny. Whoops. That was the roof. And that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. No, I don't want seaweed. That would be the weirdest roof ever. Your house smells a little weird. What's your roof made out of? It's seaweed. Oops. Dang it. There we go. And that is pretty much what I have been doing for, yeah, most of the week. I dug out the whole area first, which took forever. For those of you who maybe aren't,
Sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
I really wish they wouldn't talk. For those of you who maybe aren't good at Minecraft or haven't played it that much, like me, basically, so the way I cleared out this entire area was through console commands, and you know, you hit F3 and you get all this stuff, and you use that area right here, or that one, because they're basically the same thing. That is your location, and so in order to clear this out, you know, I had to get my locations from one side of, say I wanted to clear this area right here, these 4 squares, I would have to get the position of this one and the position of that one. So that way it covers all sides. But it would be in a much, obviously, larger scale. And then when you're trying to go for, like, detailed, like something like a pathway, it's a lot harder. Because then you have to go back and, like, fill in areas that you didn't want to remove the blocks from, but you didn't really have a choice because it works in squares. Um, and then, of course, when you get tired, you just make mistakes. And I have made some very weird mistakes. I wonder if it's still there. So, when I was trying to fill in this area over here for the farmland, I was trying to fill it in with, farmland, then that stuff. And, I ended up accidentally chopping from here, and you can see it starts here, but it goes through this mountain, and it left me a nice pretty pathway, even because I chunked out all the grass on accident. Chunked out another mountain, a couple of mountains, and it just keeps going. I don't know what I managed to put in there for my coordinates, but it was pretty dang far. And I was very lucky because it went right underneath my village that I made earlier, and didn't end up chopping anyone's heads off, which I accidentally did earlier on when I was first learning how to do it. I didn't realize that a traveling trader had kind of positioned himself inside my desert, and I didn't know. So when I went to clear out the area, yeah, he got poofed. And so did his llamas. And the only reason I knew he was even there was because when I was picking up all the stuff, like the sticks, I found leather and lead rope. So it's like, oh, whoops. Rip. And I learned how to do that too. It's a little weird because when I first started this, they were actually going in the opposite direction. I'm not really sure how they changed direction. It just kind of happened on its own. Whatever. So we have that. And I've been kind of putting fires here. So I'm not going heavy into like roleplay or anything, but I just keep thinking, well, these houses are so small. First of all, how would anybody see? Besides these little lanterns, inside the houses, how would they see at night? So I thought, little bonfires. Since this place is mostly sand and dirt, which isn't very easily burned, so it's pretty safe. Nothing would catch fire or whatever. And then also, these houses are tiny. How are they going to cook their food? So I figured, as a community, they could come together around these little fires and just kind of cook their meat or whatever they need to do. Made sense to me. I don't know. And then I also noticed yesterday that I was trying to come up with more building plans, because I don't want them all looking the same. That's boring. But I think I was standing right there. I just ended up stopping like around here, and I kind of did this, threw my mouse down so I could go look up some buildings, and it ended up, pointing at the sky, and it was showing, the movement, regular movement. I didn't pause my game, and I noticed, I was like, oh, so the sun and the moon actually go straight through these two beacons I have, which is really cool, because I had kind of, I like to imagine it actually being populated, and the whole thing was I was going to make like a religion out of the beacons, because they aren't normal. I had to build them, and it just made sense because they're a port town, so they're really connected to the earth, but they're really connected to the ocean as well. And a lot of cultures, and then the sun and the moon, of course. It's their guiding force. It gives them light, gives them everything. A lot of cultures are around, they surround their religions around the sun and the moon. And then there's also a big connection between, the moon and the ocean. You see it in like Avatar, The Last Airbender, and some other shows, where there's this, spirit of the moon is in the ocean, and the spirit of the sun is in the earth or whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool that it just kind of, I just happened to manage to position my city in such a way that the two beacons are kind of like a goalpost for the sun and the moon. Anyway, sand. So I got the fire. And then, like I said, I don't like it being so clean. It bothers me. So I fill some areas in with sand. Eh. So it looks a little dirtier, which sounds mean. That sounds really mean. Like, I don't want people to live in filth, but they're in the middle of the desert. They would have sandstorms. It would cause buildup. It would cause residue of sand to be left over. They could try and clean up as best as possible, but nature does what it wants, and it's rather hard to clean up sand, as you know, if you've ever gone to the beach. Though some of you might not have ever gone to an ocean beach, but the biggest thing is, they have these showers right off the beach, so you could clean off all the sand, but somehow you always manage to bring sand home. It clings to you. I'm not gonna bother in there. Okay. So we're getting there, and it's pretty slow going because I have to look up buildings from Google searches and stuff like that and try and recreate it in Minecraft. It is a little sad that, I've noticed that a lot of desert dwellings have domes on them, which is very hard to do in Minecraft because, it's a cube. I'm not sure what I want to put here yet, because that's closer to the main road. Suppose another little short house, just a regular one level corner house. That is sand, and that was a hiccup. I'm so sorry. One, two, three, four. Hello, shepherdess. So I don't know if you've been here the entire time. Or if you just got here. You mean... Oops. Wrong alley. You mean... Them? Sheep? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. So basically we just built this house right here. We just finished it. And it's not much. There's about 3 homes in there. This one's a single home. That one's a single home. And this one is... Whoops. It goes upstairs. So there's 2 levels to it. And they have a balcony. It did not fill in this window. So I plan on putting actual glass in the other homes. So this is the working district, basically. They're a little poorer, so they get wooden slats in their in their windows. And then the trader district, the people with more money will be over there because there's more room to have bigger houses and it's by the ocean. So the people who would live here would be the people who work in the fields and the farm and the, you know, they cut down trees and deliver the wood. But yeah, so let me show you, since you were having technical difficulties. I did a quick show when I first got here. It's not much. That's the entrance. That is the working district. That will be the, tradesmen / richer people area. And this will be the area for, like, the people who would work in the temple and stuff like that. So they would live right here, right next to the temple. And that's, like, the barracks for guards and stuff like that. And this would be their offices. Their officers' office. So, and it goes directly into, like, the storage area underneath the temple. So, fun fact, because of the texture pack, this mountain was just it was made looking like this with the bricks. So I thought it had already been something, like it had just been buried in sand or something like that, especially since this was sticking out of it. I didn't realize that they put random wells in the desert, because I didn't realize that they did that. And so I thought it was an actual, like, ancient ruin or something like that. I don't know. I don't know much about Minecraft. So especially since it was sticking out of a mountain, literally. Like, that's a weird place to put a well. I would understand if it was on flat ground, but sticking out of the middle of a dang mountain? Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be the marketplace. I've already built a couple of stands. That dog was in the way, so I kind of tied him up to a post just to get him out of the way. And I figured this would be the best place because it's right by the temple. Everyone has access to it. Them. People coming in who might want to be trading from another town. I figured it makes the most sense. So yeah, I'm going to go back to building this. I did forget something on the other houses though, so let me fix that real quick. This is like their support beams, quote unquote support beams, because they don't actually have support beams. Is that wall? No, that's not a wall. Isn't that animal abuse? He's sitting right next to a giant pool of water. A well. And if there were people there, he'd get food. He's fine. Oh, Jesus. Just walk into a fire. Yes, hello. I would like to report a burning person. Alrighty then. Did I not do it on that house either? Dang. I'm getting sloppy. Leia needs many naps. Okay. So that's a wall. Just get on there. Where to put it? I'll put it there. Also, just letting y'all know that
He's even programmed to die.
this stream will have basically no end. No definitive end. So if you need to go get a drink or if you need to go get a snack, you go right ahead. Because I'm just building. And I could do that for I could do that forever. So, and today is my day off. I have had to stop exercising for the week because of I did unfortunately have a seizure on Tuesday. So, you know, I went to get my treatment, but he said, you know, behave. No rough treatment right now. So, my body is taking a nice rest. I would like some candy. Yes. Well, I don't know about that. It might end. I can't stay on the computer too long or else my eyes hurt. But there will definitely be breaks. Let's see. I've been playing for an hour now. So I'll probably go every hour and a half and then take a break. Because when I get in the zone, I will get in the zone. There is no stopping me. What is food? What is water? There is nothing but Minecraft. Okay. I've also been doing this. So you know how desert homes tend to be built out of bricks and then they kind of plaster it to protect it. So, and then eventually over time, due to wind and storms and it's the very little rain that they might get, it tends to chip away. And I've been trying to replicate that. I think it looks pretty cool. I think I replicated it good enough. And then of course on the top they probably wouldn't even bother to which I have to fix. They probably wouldn't even bother to plaster it because it's on the top. Who gives a shit? But yeah, so I've been trying. And I don't know if you came in before or after I explain this, but the fires, basically, I noticed when I was building the first couple of houses, I was like, wow, these are really tiny houses. They're only 4x4, um, big enough for a bed, maybe a chest. And I'm like, where are these people gonna, you know, where would they eat? They have no kitchens. So I figured this would serve as a dual purpose. It would give more light to the city because it's all sand, it's all dirt. That's very hard. It's a lot harder to burn, so things wouldn't catch fire as easy. Might as well. So it would light the towns, and it would also give them an area so like the community could come together to these little fire pits and just kind of cook their food on them. Smoke it, preserve their meats, whatever they need to do, and just eat as a community instead of, everyone huddled in their homes 24/7. I have plans! Okay. And I almost always usually take out the corners. It just makes the most sense because the thing's sticking out.
Yes, it's she. Hospital? What happened?
Swear to God, I thought the person on that lo-fi song pulled a Sally and said, yes, hello, this is Sheep. Shepherdess, are you making songs without telling us? So I don't know how big I want to make this little area. I guess one more row of houses will do. Have them pointing out that way.
What happened?
It's always pleasant to see your idea come into reality and not just some unseen picture floating around in the neurons of your brain. It's a thing now. Oops. Oh, that works actually. Just kind of in the corners of the house. Oops. Oops. have to stop every so often and kind of rub my hands together. I have poor circulation. Working this much on a keyboard tends to make them very cold. I don't know what else I want to farm here. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So the best thing about making a city this large is that I can ADHD and still be working on the city. I could change directions and still be building my area up, and I love it. So I'm not sure what else I want to farm. This wasn't here, I made it. But I figure, you know, they make canals and stuff for water. What else? My grass is kind of overgrowing the field, unfortunately. And I planted these. I thought, I need a shady tree so the sheep won't, you know, we're in a desert. I don't know if they would be affected by the heat. So, I made them trees. Well, I grew them trees. I didn't make these. They turned out really well. I'm glad I chose these trees. The animals are so cute. I love the texture pack. I'm using Chroma Hills, and they make the animals look so freaking adorable.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
My pig doesn't like me. I accidentally hit him. The rabbits were here. Excuse you. But the rabbits were here. I have killed many rabbits so far trying to clear out my dang town because there were just so many of them hopping around in the desert. And I couldn't get them to go away, so I was like, I give up. I'm also not sure what to do for my port. Hello? I figured that they could keep, like, crabs and stuff in here. Outside of the sea. I'm not sure how they would keep them in there, but that little pool was kind of naturally already in there, so I just left it alone. Oh, you know, I forgot to give my house light. Where would I want to put it? I gave this house way too many windows. There we go. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Kinda go up here and remeasure my area. See what other areas have space. So I already plan on putting another row of houses along this section. Not sure if I want to put anything here. Not sure what I would put there if I don't put a house though. And then maybe put like some storefronts in front. I don't know. Like grander storefronts than the regular merchant areas. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and look up some buildings because I need some more ideas.
And you're telling us we gotta risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow.
Just in case we fail to recognize one another after all these
Jeez.
years.
Done those. That's too big. Those have domes. That's a cool idea. I could do that. Okay, so let's see. I think there was a... Oh, it's daytime. Put it right here. Trying to get everything so I can see it. Okay, there we go. It would be a skinnier house. And be longer. So this is actually going to be two houses, two long skinny houses.
Taking back seats, first time in forever. I won't have the power. Trust you won't play me. It's happy hour in the ivory tower. But then I see you with another girl as I drive by. Now you got me thinking, why you gotta mess with
this is weird. Hold that thought. 'Cause I think this changed. It's supposed to be lo-fi. Not sure why it changed on me. Thank you. Because I don't want to be... This is supposed to be copyright-free music, so I don't get, blocked. Or not blocked, but silenced. I have no idea if the lo-fi on YouTube is, copyrighted or not. It'd be easier. So this is gonna be one house. And there will be other stairs here. But let's see. I don't know if I want to do brick stairs again, because there are a lot of houses with brick stairs, but I don't want it to be... I don't want to break the curve here, because the whole point is that, you know, I don't think they'd be able to afford that much wood. But I was going to put wooden stairs, because that's kind of what the model in this picture has. And I thought it was pretty cool, but kind of doesn't fit. And that would be hay. Hay. Oh wait, I can't put that there. It's gonna be where we come up. So it's kind of like that other house, but not quite the same. Where is it? It's kind of like this house, but not the same. Okay, now we need stairs. Stairs. Oops. Okay. You know what? Oops, that's not what I wanted. R1. Yeah, I guess that would look weird. I don't know, which one looks better? The one with just the brick pillars or the just bricks? My door. Both is good. Thank you. That was very decisive. That looks like it takes up less material, though. I mean, it doesn't really, you know, in Minecraft, but, like, in the real world, it looks like it would take up less brick, less stone to make the fence rather than just putting blobs of bricks there. Oopsies. I'm always going back and fixing things, so it's no bother to actually go back and change the stairs. It also makes it look like there's more space down the stairs than the other way. The other way kind of looked bulky. I like less bulky. Dang it. Alright. Now to decorating. Oops. I keep moving further and further away from my building. Ah, that bugs me. Okay. Okay, so I've been streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes. 23 minutes. So in about 7 more minutes, we will go ahead and take our first break. So you guys can go ahead, get up, stretch, get food, get water, go to the bathroom, do all this other fun stuff that humans need to do. Sand and gravel, isn't that one? Look at my roads. Well, walkways, I should say. No. I love the sounds. I'm so weird. Okay. Oh. Send. Because the community cooks a lot, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's surrounded by sand. Oh, jeez. Forgot the farm is on the other side of that wall. Well.
At home, away from the group, there are other aspects of adolescent behavior that are annoying to parents. Mother may have other opinions of what
Ah.
is best, but of course, mother has old-fashioned ideas.
And maybe in the break I will also find some more lo-fi that is not the continuous same song over and over again. Okay. Let's see. That does look good. That's a pretty good looking town, if I say so myself. So I usually come up here and stop and save before I take breaks and stuff like that, so I don't lose my work. Let's see. Though of course it doesn't. I think it saves automatically, but I like to do it anyway. So we will go ahead and take our first break. I'm gonna take about 10 minutes. Maybe shorter, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on,
Yes, it's she.
how long I need it.
What happened?
So, I will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everyone had a nice break. Turned out to be a little longer than I wanted it to, but I had to eat something. Okay, so we just finished building that house over here, so... Hey, Ro! Nice to see you! Oh! Also, I have some exciting news. So, I maybe by the end of May, maybe into the beginning of June, I will be moving. So, we, as in my mom, I have no part in this, just bought a house, and it's right next door. So we literally will be just grabbing our stuff and walking across the yard. Which shouldn't take too much time. But that should be in June. We actually just got the news that the house purchase went through, and my mom is now the proud owner. And, we just have to give the previous owners time to go ahead, get their stuff finalized and moved out as well. So, exciting news! See. Now what to build. And like I said, if you guys have any suggestions about, if you happen to just look up desert dwellings and you found one that looked pretty cool and didn't seem like what I've done before, you go ahead and post the link if you want, and I will go ahead and look at the pictures and see if I could try and build it. Just try to keep it in desert dwellings, because I will not be doing, super modern or anything like that. Because, I have a certain, I forgot the word. I have an idea for the city, and it's, that. Maybe I should make a bigger house. I've been working on this side for a while now. And I've gotten pretty far, so. Maybe kind of balance it out by making some bigger houses. And build over here. Is it open? I love the dolphins. They're so cute. So yeah, the only unfortunate thing is that I think it was over there somewhere. I'd gone farther out, and I found like this little inlet pool, and there were two dolphins in it, and one of them kind of beached themselves and it died. And I was like, oh no. So I ended up like spending 30 minutes trying to like cut through a mountain so the other dolphin could get out. I am an animal lover. Okay. So I was thinking about putting maybe the first house right here, the big house. I guess it would have a couple of rooms instead of just singular bedrooms like that, like those over there. Let's see. Oops. That is not what I wanted. Okay, so that'll be a bigger house. Let's start off a little smaller, I think. Or maybe even just make one of the shops that I was telling you about. So we're gonna make that one right here, I think. And do that. Let's try it right there. Okay. It's kind of gonna be like that, this building right here, basically. It's gonna be like this building right here, but a little more fancy. You know, we're gonna try and incorporate some better stuff. Oh no, why is it every Friday? So you guys, I am going to have to cut this short. Random bat in the middle of the day. There's probably a freaking cave underneath us. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get offline, take a break for about an hour, and then we will go ahead and I will start streaming again after that. So we're going to take an hour break, and I will see you guys at around 2 o'clock. Yeah. So 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, whatever that relates back to your time. I will see you guys then. Okay? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to stop the stream short. But I will talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.